This is The Real Weight, where we explore how your life and your physiology are connected. I'm Frank Dominic. Now let's talk about GLP-1 medications and some of the peptides being used in the same space right now, because you're seeing them everywhere. People are losing weight and they're saying it feels easier. They have less hunger, less thinking about food, and for a lot of people, it feels like they finally found something that works. So let's slow this down and look at what's actually happening. At a basic level, these medications are lowering your appetite. You don't feel as hungry. You get full faster. You think about food less. So naturally, you eat less. But when you eat less, your body starts using stored energy. That's where the weight loss comes from. That part is straightforward. But here's the part that matters more and doesn't get talked about enough. Just because the signal is quieter doesn't mean the need is gone. Your body still needs fuel. It still has the same jobs to do every day. So what's really happening is this. The signal asking for energy is being turned down while the body is still running out what it needs. That creates a gap. And when that gap is there, the body starts adjusting behind the scenes. Energy can dip. Recovery isn't as strong. Things will slow down just to match what's coming in. And this is because the body is trying to manage with less. Now here's where I want to be more direct, because this is the part people need to understand. When appetite is reduced like this, you're not learning how to work with your body. You're bypassing the signals that would normally teach you. Hunger teaches you when to eat. Fullness teaches you when to stop. Energy teaches you what's working. Those signals are how you build awareness. They're how you figure out what your body actually needs. When those signals are muted, that learning process gets muted too. So instead of developing understanding, you're relying on something external to manage it for you. And while that's happening, you're not building the habits or awareness that would support you long term. That's the part that creates problems later, because eventually something changes. The body's going to adapt. The medication stops working the same way, or it's no longer being used. And at that point, you're back in the body without having learned how to respond to it. That's where people feel lost again, because the process never taught them what they needed to know. And that's the difference between something that changes behavior and something that builds understanding. One gives you a result, the other gives you a skill. And if that skill isn't there, the result is hard to maintain. Now, this is where it connects back to everything we've been talking about. Real health comes from the body working well, from signals being clear, from being able to respond to those signals in a way that supports you, not from silencing those signals. Because when you silence them, you're not fixing the issue. You're stepping around it. And stepping around something doesn't mean it's gone. It just means you haven't dealt with it yet. So again, this isn't about judging anyone using these medications. It's about being honest about what they're doing and what they're not doing. They can lower intake and can create weight loss, but they don't teach your body how to function there. And they don't teach you how to work with your body either. So a better question becomes this. If this is managing the outcome, what's building the foundation? Because that's what determines what happens next. So if this resonates with you, make sure you're following the show, because we're going to keep breaking this down in a way that actually makes sense. So for now, just think about this. If the signals that guide your eating are turned down, what are you learning about your body in the process? That answer matters. I'll see you in the next episode.